So it's a beautiful day here in Florida, a bit chilly, but I've got all my windows open, making my heaters work overtime, but it's nice to have fresh air before it starts to get humid. So seeing that the weather is really nice and we're heading towards the warmer weather, I thought that I would perhaps do a little talk about Toy Story in the Disney parks. Now, I'm not sure how well this is going to film because of course I've got the window open. So let's do it that way. Toy Story, as maybe some of you know, opened I think last year, and it's actually a very, very popular part of the park, but I do find it has a few problems, and its biggest problems, which I don't think it talked about enough, is lack of shade. It's very, very, very hot, and for such a small area that does become a problem. I usually use an umbrella when I walk around the parks. I think an umbrella in Florida in the summer is an amazing thing. It will keep you a lot cooler, you know. You do feel a bit silly walking around the park with an umbrella on a nice sunny day, but I find them invaluable. I also find invaluable, or did when I had children and grandchildren who were in buggies, parasols. I don't see many of them in America, but they're on the bendy connectors to the actual pram, and you can move them about. I may have to see if I can find a link to one. But they are invaluable to keep the sun off your child. You know, it's so hot. You see these poor little children around the parks and their knees are burnt, and parents are letting them go with no socks or shoes on, not having any idea how much it must burn their toes. I mean, please don't do that. Your children should always have socks on. You know, it's so hot here. But that is my biggest problem. There's also nowhere to sit, but that's a general Disney problem. Lack of seating in the shade, you know. But the biggest thing that sort of scares me in the summer months, storms can come here out of the blue. We came home the other night from going to a park, and it was beautifully sunny. And we were in about 2 minutes, and the heavens opened, and if you were stuck in one of these really violent storms in Toy Story, you have nowhere to go but the bathrooms. There's just nowhere. And these storms can be so violent that they can actually rob you of breath. You just can't take a breath. So really, if you're going to be inside Toy Story, which, as people may know, is inside Hollywood Studios, really keep an eye on the weather, especially if you start seeing the little carts that sell things being closed up. That's usually a sign that it's very violent weather coming, and you really want to get out of that part of the park and under cover, because me and my daughter got caught in a really bad sudden storm at Hollywood Studios one day, and it was the most horrendous experience I've ever had. So mainly this is just a quick tip for you going to Toy Story right now. Please be aware it's very hot. No matter what people say, people are always saying, oh, it's fine, oh, it's nice. Yes, well, it's not. It's very, very, very hot. There is no shade, there's very little seating, there's only one small place to get food within that part of the park, so very little seating there too. the actual theming of that part of the park is lovely, but it really did need to be a bit bigger, and it really needed more shade. But that's really, I don't want people to go there and have their holiday ruined because they get sunburn or because they get heat stroke. You know, take plenty of water, drink plenty of water, take an umbrella.